Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to make a video about what's in my everyday makeup bag, whether that's me traveling or me just using it in a general day-to-day basis. I thought it would be interesting to show you what I use, the products that I currently am loving, and the ones that I really rely on. I just bought this bag at Target. By the way, it's Sonia Kashuk. It's super cute and it's super spacey, so if you want to buy it, it's still over there. So this is what my makeup bag looks like. It's pretty full, and the reason why I like to carry like a bulk stash is because I like to have options. And by that I mean, am I gonna wear a bold look, or am I gonna do a more natural look for a more casual event, or do I want to, or if I just want to feel bold and I want to put on a like dark amber red lipstick or a nude. It's really up to my mood, and I like to have the options. So I'm sorry, my phone is going off. This is the iPhone 7 Plus and it's cracked, so I just ordered an iPhone 11 Pro Max and I cannot wait to get that. I actually want to do a video on what's in my iPhone or apps, so let me know if you guys are interested in doing that. Also, I want to do a get to know me tag or a Q&A, just so you guys can have a more understanding of me, who I am in my life, and just so you guys can get a glimpse of me. So now back to makeup. So I'm gonna start off with kind of going the order of how I do my face. So the first thing that I have in this bag that is a must, obviously we're going to start off with foundation. So these are the two foundations that I use religiously, and the best part about them is that they're drugstore and they're super cheap. Just to give you guys a reference, my skin is normal to oily, so my entire face around is pretty normal, but my T-zone or my nose is really oily. So the first one I want to talk about is the LA Girl Pro Matte. This foundation is super beautiful and flawless when you apply it because it's matte, which is perfect for me, and it gives you just this very porcelain look, and it almost dries to like a powdered down finish, which I think is just perfect for longevity. The second one I use if I want a little bit less coverage, because this one does give me more, I would say medium to full. Definitely more on the full side, and this one's like a light to medium coverage. You can build it up a little bit, but this one is also matte. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. You guys have heard of it. It's great and amazing, especially for photos. I love this for photos because it doesn't give you any flashback, and they advertise that, and it's actually true. I've gone through probably about 9, if not more. They're very inexpensive too. They're around $5, so. And then this one I think is, I'm not sure of the price, but it's not over $12. I know that for sure. But I used to buy $45, $50 foundations, and I realized that some of the drugstore ones perform better, if not the same. So you just have to really go out there and look for good reviews. So that's basically what I did. And then once I apply the foundation, I do bring my beauty blender. It's wet right now because I did my makeup. When it's dry, clean, it's in my bag. I prefer beauty blender over brushes. However, I'm not against brushes. It's just, I feel like the sponges leave a more flawless look. To set my foundation, this is another product, again, drugstore. I'm so surprised how like all the products I use are drugstore, because when I started off using makeup, I used to always get high-end because I always thought, oh, the more expensive the better. Not true. So you learn to find dupes. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I love this powder. It is so flawless and so fine, but not fine enough. Not too fine to the point where you become an oily grease spot. It's just so perfect, and it gives you a little bit of coverage since it has some, like, I guess, color to it. And I'm in the shade Fair Light, and it's actually comes off a little darker than like what it actually says, so I love that. I refuse to use any other setting powder. The only setting powder that I will use, especially if it's hotter, is the I have it here actually, but I don't take it with me in my makeup bag because it's bulky, but it's the Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I usually get it in the shade Translucent. So I love that on my T-zone. It actually stops all the oils from coming out of my face. So I love that. So once I set that, I'm not gonna show the brushes that I use just because I have so many. I mean, I can make a whole separate video of that if you guys want, but I just don't want to include that here because it's kind of like, I don't know, like it'll make the video long. The next product that I will do is my eyebrows. I use the Holy Grail Classic Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I use it in the shade Chocolate. So once I have my face, my powder, my brows, I will get into eyeliner. Oh my god, the eyeliner that I discovered changed my life. And I use this religiously, and it's the only thing I use because not only is it very like water resistant, but it's not shiny. It's actually very matte. And when I use top eyeliners, I like them to be matte. I don't like any shiny filter reflect on it. The NYX Matte Liquid Liner, and it's super fine enough for you to get like this perfect wing. It's just like incredible. I love this. I recommend all of you guys getting it because it's super inexpensive. Again, drugstore. So far, everything's been drugstore except my dip brow. All right, so once I applied my eyeliner, I will do mascara. And the two mascaras that I use, one is for top and one is for bottom. So I mean, okay, when it comes to mascara, I can't do drugstore. I just haven't found the right one for me, but I do have two high-end ones that I absolutely love, and I refuse to change because I've tried so many other mascaras and they just disappoint me. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. For the top, let's start, is the Lashcraft Big Volume, and this is by the brand Sephora. The reason why I love it is because as it's advertised, it says Big Volume, and it's just, it gives you a full coverage. It coats your lashes super well. And then for the bottom, I use the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash, thanks to Jaclyn Hill. Because of her, I actually tried this out and I actually love it. And the reason why I love it is because it's so fine. It's so tiny that it really gets into the lower lash lines. You don't get it all over your face, so I love that. So after mascara, we'll go ahead and do bronzer. So the bronzers that I use, I don't really contour like on a daily because I'll only contour when I go out or a special event. But for bronzing, I discovered this e.l.f. product and I love it. It's the e.l.f., I'm sorry, it has no color. It's just a bronzer, and I found it at Target, and it's super beautiful. It's very similar to the Hoola bronzer, which I have here. I kind of moved on to this, but I was using my Hoola bronzer. I love this so much. This was my staple for a long time, but then I realized, why not use this if it's cheaper and if not better, you know what I mean? It's the perfect mid-tone color bronzer. It's not too gold or too orange. It's just perfect, especially on skin tones like me. I appreciate that. There is one step that I forgot to mention that majority of people do, is a primer. I don't really believe in primers. I don't like primers. I mean, that's just me. I find that my makeup lasts, my foundation lasts on my skin longer when I don't use a primer, and it doesn't get slippery or oily. And whenever I use primers, it ends up coming off. I don't understand it. It's very weird, but point is, I don't believe in primers, so I don't like buying them. I try them all the time and I end up hating it. This was an example. This is a very hyped product that most of you guys know about by now. It's the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, and while I do love it on its own, and it does, because it fills my pores, it does look flawless on the skin. However, I just don't like the fact that it doesn't last on my skin with foundation. But of course, that is just my skin. It could be different for you. So once I've applied the bronzers, I'll move on to blush. And the only drugstore blush that I really love for its color and just the texture of it all is the Milani Baked Blush. And this is in Rose de Oro. And it's just so beautiful because it gives you this beautiful sheen without being too much. It's just beautiful. I love this blush, especially if you're tan. Like, wow, this is the blush that I will use always. All right, moving on. Highlighter. Highlighter is probably the most fun part of it all. It's so fun, and It just honestly depends on my mood because I have a ton of highlighters. Honestly, I really do. But the two highlighters that I really do love is Makeup Forever, the Pro Dual Sculpting. It's just so convenient, especially because it has a little bronzer with it. But I can go ahead and show you. This one is in the color... I'll go ahead and show you the first one. So it has a very pretty gold undertone, which is why I love it. And it's, again, a very good, well-known highlighter. And the second one that I have is kind of one that I just started using and I fell in love with it. It's actually a mini and it's the Fenty Beauty and Hustler Baby. And it is gorgeous. Again, it has a gold undertone, but not too gold. It's just the right amount of gold. But I've actually hit pan on this little one. I actually want to get the big one. I used to use the Becca highlighter and for the longest I loved it, but I purchased it about 3 times before it broke. Every single time, one drop and it breaks. So I got tired of that. I'm like, the formula, I don't know what's up with the formula, but they need to change that because it's so annoying, especially because it's not cheap. Moving on to lipstick. This is probably the best, most fun. Besides the highlighters, for me at least, is my favorite part of doing my makeup. It's the lipstick. Again, it varies by my mood or the occasion, as most people go by. So here's my stash. It's a lot, I know. So let me go ahead and show you. Let's start off with the red. So for example, the one I'm wearing on now, it's a duo. I'm wearing 2. It's the Sephora lip stain in shade 01. I love this. It's beautiful on all skin tones. And on top of it, to give it a glossy effect and look, is the Wet n Wild Mega Stained Glass in the color Reflective Kisses. And so I basically combined those two and it gave me this. I will zoom in to how the lip came out. I'm not a glossy lipstick person, but it doesn't stain my teeth. I can't tell you how many shiny red lipsticks or creams that I've used that always end up on my teeth. I just have big teeth and they always get on it. So I finally found a duo that works for me. And when I want to feel a little bit more vampy, of course, the darker the lipsticks I go, they have to be matte. Like for me, matte is the way to go just because it'll last and it won't get on my teeth. It's the Fenty Beauty lip stain in the color Underdog. And oh my God, let me tell you, it is beautiful. It's the perfect dark vampy shade and it lasts forever and it's such a lightweight formula. I love this. Every time I wear this, I feel like a badass bitch. I just feel like I can go out and conquer the world, be a baddie. So moving on to a more neutral tone. I guess this isn't as neutral, but this is a Kylie Jenner lip stain and it's in the shade Shook. I love this lipstick because it's a perfect brick red for me. It's like it's not fire red, it's more of a brick red. It has some orangey hues to it. So it really complements my skin with it still having a pop and not being nude. So I love this one. I also wear this to work a lot. The next one that I'm going to show you is the lip stain that I use, if not every day, every time I go to work, basically. Every day I wear this lipstick. If I don't know what to wear on my lips, I wear this lipstick, and I've probably gone through about 3 tubes right now, like about 3 full lipsticks. The camera keeps on dying, but I was saying, this is the NARS Slow Ride lip stain and it is beautiful. It's the perfect, I wouldn't say my lip but better, but it's a little bit of a darker nude and it goes with anything you wear. Now the next lip glosses that I'm going to show you are 2 of my favorites. The first one is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss. All of you guys have probably heard of this by now. It is their most popular lip gloss and it's bomb.com. It has a perfect neutral undertone for everybody and it's super, super, super glossy. I love it. And then a dupe that I actually found a dupe at Target by accident because I was like, I love this, but like, what's a dupe for this lip gloss? There has to be one out there. And then I saw this and it looked very similar and it's the Super Lustrous Revlon lipstick, the gloss, and it's in the shade 260 Rosy Future. And it is beautiful. I will show you both of them next to each other. And this is way cheaper than this, but both bomb. I love this better, obviously, but you know, you get what you pay for. that is all. I've showed you everything in this bag, and it is a lot, but like I said, I like to have options, and I hope that this video was somewhat interesting to you guys. I love these products. Like I would definitely repurchase all of these if I run out. Let me know what you guys want to see me record next. I'll be more than glad to do that. If you guys have any ideas, any video ideas you guys want me to do, comment down below in the section and I will look at them and check them out. And also, I just want to leave by saying one last note. I know right now we're like living in a difficult situation with this whole COVID-19 situation and us all being quarantined, and I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the main reasons why I want to start my channel back up and record a lot of videos, is because I actually have time for it now, and I love making them, and I love playing with makeup, and I like showing you guys, and I like being helpful. And again, I hope that everybody's okay, and there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that, you know, people can watch and distract themselves with. So I still do have my job. Thankfully, I work at In-N-Out, so we're still doing it. Drive-through, of course. I hope this was helpful or entertaining in any way. Like this video if you liked it, or comment down below. I'll be interested in reading those, and subscribe to my channel if you like. Yeah! So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.